As a group that had a lot of guys play last couple of years, they've been trying to search and kind of trying to find your identity. You guys got a lot of returners this year. Do you feel like that group's really kind of molded together?
Well, this is the deepest and most experienced line that I've been on since I've been here. So I think the competition within the group is only going to help our offense be better.
Running back wise, they're maybe not quite the returning type of letter winner that you guys are used to having. So as a line, do you feel like maybe you guys got to open up more holes? You got to maybe step up a little bit more in the running game?
Well, I feel like we have to step up the running game regardless of who is returning. But I've been very impressed with some of our young running backs.
You feel like that won't slip at all, the rushing game, that sort of thing from last year?
In my eyes, I see it improving.
What about continuity between the O-line and the backfield? Do you feel you're improving in that area as well? Just molding together, continuing to advance what you're trying to do offensively?
I think every day we're trying to get better as a group, and it's just not going to be the O-line and the running back. It's going to take everybody in that room to get better. So, until we come together more, that's just going to help us be better.
I asked Ian what he thought was the most important thing they advanced in the offseason last year. The same thing. What do you feel you did the most and progressed the most during the offseason at this point?
Well, I don't want to steal his answer, but we use it too. It's do your job. If everybody does their job, we're going to be fine.
Judge, I wanted to ask you, a lot of people are going to focus on the fact that Jordy's gone, your favorite weapon, but talk about the weapons you have coming back, and you feel pretty confident. You got Deion Murphy, you got tight ends, that sort of thing coming back.
Oh yeah, I'm very confident in this group. We had a great spring with the guys we had. Without Jordy, we had so far this camp has been great. The type of receivers that we have are a lot of guys with a lot of different skills. Ranging from Deion Murphy, Ernie, guys we had last year, Jaron Mastery, it's always a constant. And you add those new guys, Adrian Hilburn, Trail Snipes, Brandon Banks, Aubrey Quarles. Those guys are all phenomenal athletes, and they can make some plays and just make you just wonder how they did it. And I'm looking forward to getting them in some live action and seeing how they perform. But thus far in camp, I'm extremely impressed.
Ian, going back to you and defensively, and not to put your guys' defense last year down or anything, but it seems like 2 years ago the defense was a little bit stronger, and last year there was like confusion at times and stuff like that. And you talked about shoring things up. What was that out there that was different? Was it the fact that schemes changed or something, or what's there, and how are you guys going to change that for this year?
No, it wasn't schemes. Really, it's just players needing to do their job. It's we sound like a broken record, but it is what it is, and it wasn't getting done by us, and by the people we had playing, and now we're taking care of that.
What's your primary means of motivation this year? Is it looking forward to Kansas City, or is it looking back and being so frustrated with what happened last year that, because that can also be a powerful motivator. What do you use as your primary means of motivation for this year?
Well, I have a lot of motivation of my own. I know everybody else does on this team, but really, hating to lose and loving to win is enough motivation in itself. So I think that pretty much says it all.
Josh, give people an idea, what's this point in the season like? Is it maybe a little bit monotonous? All you hear about is last year, ready for that first game. What are things like at this point in the season?
Well, nobody really talks about, or the people I'm around don't talk about last season, so that's not something that we're really worried about, thinking about. Nobody even talks about it. Coach is the only one who might bring it up every now and then with a stat or something, but other than that, we're just looking ahead. And there's always a nervous anticipation for the first game of the season. But where we are right now, the coaches are coaching hard, the players are practicing hard. Things are looking pretty good, so I'm really excited for the upcoming season.
External, obviously expectations aren't necessarily that high. Do you guys use that as motivation, chip on your shoulder, that sort of thing?
Like Coach always says, we let the pickers pick and the players play, and regardless of what we think right now, it won't bear any, means what our season's going to end up as. So, we just gotta do our best right now to get ready to put on a good season.
else?
Thanks.
Thanks, Carl.